Right then, the grid shaped up like this. 20 cars on the grid because we've got Nicola Bart and Timo Glock on row 10. On row 9, Bastian Boos and Thierry Vermeulen, whose car is still not right. They fixed the car until 2 o'clock in the morning after the crash at the end of yesterday. Mirko Bortolotti and Finn Wiebelhaus up next. Row 7, Marco Mappelli and Luca Exler did a good job to finish 8th yesterday. Ricardo Fella and Tom Kalender up next. Tom will have fresh tyres later on. He didn't finish the race. Arjun likewise. Calvin likewise. Miney and Van der Linde the 5th row of the grid. Then it's Preining 8th. Hour in 7th. Marco Wittmann with another strong qualifying 6th. Maro Engel in 5th, but free of that success ballast. Nicky Tim much better than yesterday, where he was 11th. He's 4th on the grid. With Matteo Cairoli, yesterday's winner, 3rd on the grid. Ben Durr, 2nd on the grid. A pole sitter here last year, and with his first pole position since Oschersleben at the start of last year, and a new qualifying lap record from this morning. Jules Gounon, 1:25.062 seconds, getting that pole position by just over a 10th of a second. Chris Hartley and Brian Oliver about to talk you through what hopefully is going to be a fantastic race as the lights go out and we are racing here at the Nürburgring. It's a really good start for Jules Gounon. Ben Durr makes a good start. Matteo Cairoli's trying to barrel up the inside of the Ferrari. Nicky Tim's trying to go around the outside. A lot of curb at the inside for Matteo Cairoli. The inside line for turn 2 is going to belong to the McLaren of Ben Durr. So he's looking behind. There's contact though between two of our contenders, Auer, Engel, and then also Kelvin van der Linde getting caught up in that. He was the innocent party. Auer's spun around. Engel's almost at the back of the field and he's smoking, and I'm not sure Engel's going to be able to continue on in this. He's got quite a lot of damage yet to the front right. He's lost the tyre. A big hit there for our championship leader. Maro Engel is going to try and drag and scrape that Mercedes all the way back around about 3.5 kilometres of the Nürburgring just to get back to the pit lane. So we know him as Mr. Consistent, but out on lap 1 here. And potentially he could be losing the championship lead. It won't be to Lucas Auer because he, 3rd in the championship, is also out. And remember, these two are teammates in GT World Challenge, leading that championship together this season. The outside turn back in to turn 2. Engel was there, and it's very, very rare that either of those two actually get involved in incidents, let alone with one another. So that's, of course, an absolute disaster for Mercedes. There are different Mercedes teams, but for the brand, the Manufacturers' Championship, and for those two, in terms of the drivers, big problems. Right, we're about to get the race back up to full speed. Look at Tom Kalender here, having a go already side by side in the background with the green Porsche of Ricardo Fella. It's Gounon that leads from Durr, Cairoli, Wittmann and Tim. Then it's Preining, and still side by side is Tom Kalender trying to dive at the inside here. Ricardo Fella and squeezes through. So Kalender, the 18-year-old, gets through. We've got a penalty lap for Mirko Bortolotti for being out of the channel on the start, so he's going to have to come through in the next lap through that penalty. 7 points between them. Then we'd have 3rd in the championship, Nicky Tim on 141. 4th, Matteo Cairoli on 140. Luigi Auer dropped to 5th because he's not going to score on 136 points. But there's a massive long way to go yet. Just over 3/4 of an hour if you include the extra lap at the end of the race. Jules Gounon, though, with a great start to proceedings here, comes in as well. And Bastian Boos is the last of the quartet to come in right at the top of the pit window. A bit different to yesterday. Bastian Boos went right to the end of the pit window. Last one in yesterday, wasn't he? And that worked for him because he had fresher tyres than anybody else at the end of the race and was flying and got himself a top 10 finish from the Ferrari of Matteo Cairoli with the extra weight on the car. He's pretty happy, I reckon, if he can get 3rd. He said to me this morning, I could have got pole. He said it's just the last corner and just understeered a bit. He said if I could have had one more lap at it, he said I would have got it right. I could have got pole position. A perfectionist Matteo Cairoli. It's not a bad thing to be when you're a racing driver in a field as competitive as this. He has very high standards, but if he can get a podium out of this to add to the win, the 3rd of the season that he got yesterday, that will be a tremendous weekend for him. Right, here's a queue of cars then. They've been fighting for some time, haven't they? And in that pack, you've got Marco Mappelli in the Red Bull Apt Lamborghini, Timo Glock, Finn Wiebelhaus. Behind them is Mirko Bortolotti, who served a penalty as well. Looks pretty rapid. He's got pretty fresh tyres because he didn't do much on the race yesterday. Way out wide goes Mappelli. Glock is coming at him, and then coming at them both is Finn Wiebelhaus, who should have better tyres than anybody in this group. Way out wide again goes the McLaren. Down the inside to look is the Finn Wiebelhaus Ford Mustang. Outside line will put him that though through turn 4, and back down the inside goes Mercedes. Bortolotti's watching this all go on and having fun here, trying to get through the field and trying to avoid all the carnage that might happen, because they're going 2 by 2 on the way into the hairpin. It's still Mercedes at the head of the group. It's still Finn Wiebelhaus trying to come around the outside of Timo Glock, and finally doing it. So the Mustang gets through and gains the place, and then Timo Glock is almost about to get muscled out of it here by Mirko Bortolotti, the 2024 champion, but Glock just about closes the door in time. What a great battle this is. But not everybody's enjoying it. Right.
Can you just stay cool and follow our instruction, please? Thank you.
Right. We've seen huge crowds here this weekend, Brian. I've just been told we've got 81,000 people here this weekend.
That explains why it took me so long to get to the commentary box at lunchtime. Incredible. Well, they're witnessing some great racing. They're witnessing an epic pit stop taking place from Mercedes team Landgraf, dispatching Tom Kalender back out into the fast line. But yesterday, Arjamani was complaining there was vibration, retired from the race. We looked on marginally cynically, wondering if he was perhaps just looking after tyres, but maybe that vibration was significant and has come back to haunt him.
7.2 seconds the stationary time for Landgraf, so not bad, not amazing, but not bad at all for Tom Kalender. Gunon leads, Dur is second, Cairoli third, Wittmann in fourth.
Right, well, Luca Engstler and Tom Kalender continuing their battle and going the wrong side of the bollards. Tom Kalender not backing out of it, though. There's Ricardo Feller in the back.
That from yesterday, wasn't it, with Nicky Tim? Nicky Tim was not happy at all yesterday with the world, really. And a lot of the brunt came to Tom Kalender, who said he was clearly, his only job was to not make it easy for me to come past and to help out. He was basically inferring he was helping out Auer and Engel by doing that. Team radio.
He fully drove me off. He needs to get a penalty.
Right. So Luca Engstler's joined the Tom Kalender fan club as well.
Dear stewards.
Kalender got a big. He got through there though, didn't he? Hustled his way through. Kalender, of course, is getting his tyres up to temperature, and now we'll try to get down the inside of Ricardo Feller. That Lamborghini Temerario squeezes through, leaves a bit of bodywork dangling off the right rear corner of the Temerario. Thunding the curbs is Ricardo Feller. Coming after Ricardo now is Tom Kalender, whose tyres are up to temperature now in the Mercedes. Down the inside he goes. He gets past the Porsche driver as well. Then Feller tries to come back at the inside, avoids contact this time. Just luck ahead of Nicky Tim, who's much closer to him, because Nicky Tim's pit stop time, although it wasn't their best of the weekend, wasn't bad at all, 6.7 seconds. So try gaining 2 seconds on somebody on the track, Brian, in DTM. That's hard. But when you gain 2 seconds in the pit stop,
he's got a problem.
He's got a problem.
The rear, right rear, I think.
It's all fully locked.
Yeah, well, right front.
So use tyres
on these teams now. They know that the race win potentially in their hands. So the 48th crew, the Mercedes-AMG team man filter, get to work. That's a good job for Jules Gounon, isn't it?
6.7.
6.7. Manthey have done their job on Thomas Preining. Matteo Cairoli, that is a problem.
Oh, sticking problem on the left rear. It's taken ages, absolutely ages. They've been so good at their pit stops, but that's going to cost him big time, and the tyres are going to get worse and worse as the race goes on for him, and he's got the extra weight, the success balance, which is going to make tyre wear even harder. Preining and Wittmann going side by side here as Preining out on cold tyres, tries to stay ahead of the BMW, but cannot. So absolute disaster there, I'm afraid, for yesterday's race winner. It's taken to the marshal's chair just to take a moment for himself, fully disappointed. And he's been such a star this last 12 months, hasn't he? Halfway through last season, it really did start to kick on for Ben Dur. Now a race winner, but he could have had more podiums, didn't he? Right for Jules Gounon. It was all going right. Something always seems to go against him. This time it's for speeding in the pit lane. It's going to cost him 5 seconds, and it's going to cost him not just the lead but a place in the top 3. Things go against them, put them further down the pack than they should really be, like Gounon and like Cairoli. And Bortolotti gets down the inside of Wiebelhaus, and Ricardo Feller does the same, and Timo Glock and Luca Engstler. Has he got a problem now with this Ford Mustang? I think he has.
Yeah, he lost a whole load of places there. Now he's backed out of it. There was a lot of rubbing there. I don't know if he's got a puncture or whether it's damage. It looks maybe down in the right rear. Yeah. Maybe damage as a result of that contact. He was getting very punchy there, wasn't he, in amongst the traffic.
Right
rear is down,
And, you know, if you can build up a lead, I was talking to Emil Fry earlier, if you can build up a lead like Matteo Caroli did in the race yesterday, it really takes the pressure off the pit crews because, you know, you just do it right. Don't make a mistake. Doesn't matter if you lose half a second of the pit stop. It's fine. He's got a big lead. But when it's as tightly bunched as it is in this race, the pressure is on. Arjun released then. HRT have changed their pit crew, haven't they? And now in charge of the pit crew is a very experienced engineer, used to engineer Ralf Schumacher in the championship, and they had pit stops on the Sunday last time out at Oschersleben, which were about 2.5-3 seconds quicker than the pit stops on the Saturday. How was that one for Arjun?
7.7. It wasn't
Not
great.
too bad.
Yeah, it was okay, but they had problems on the front left. Right. It's all gone well for Schubert Motorsport. Manthey looking down there. They've got the car on the ground, jumps out just in front of Nicky Tim. There's Mirko Bortolotti as well. In the background, Emil Fry working on Matteo Cairoli's car. Looks to be up in the air for quite a long time. It's down now.
Here comes Tom Kalender. He's got the inside line. Tim still getting his tyres up to temperature, trying to fight around the outside in the Aston Martin, but it's to no avail. Tom Kalender down the inside. Luca Exler's going to have a go as well, and he might get through. The exit. Kalender is through. Left-hander coming up. Nicky Tim fighting, of course, for the championship. Tucks in, still ahead, but still understeers. And here comes Luca Exler diving up the inside of the way into turn 3. Arjun Mainey's going to have a go as well. In the Ford Mustang, Nicky Tim just about closest the door in time to stop the Mustang coming through. Bortolotti's tyres are getting there now as well. So tyres are tyres, and if you got them working for you, then you are in the box seat here, and Tom Kalender is in the box seat. Bernd Schneider, 5 times a champion, a big fan of Tom Kalender, mentoring him. He's going to be so proud of the way that Tom Kalender is driving here. Tom Kalender, of course, ironically, who was not the best friends with Nicky Tim yesterday, might be doing Nicky Tim a bit of a favour here in terms of the championship by taking points away from Wittmann.
And then have an opportunity to maybe make a move up the inside. Thomas Preining will be ready for this, but it could just be horsepower and grit. Preining ducks to the right-hand side. Kalender following behind him, then ducks to the outside. Going into turn 1, he pulls alongside, but he's going to have to brake pretty late to try and get around the Porsche. Under braking, Thomas Preining taking that tighter line into turn 1, holding on to that second place, but now Kalender has the inside line for turn 2, but can't get the job done.
So the Mercedes driver will try and get on the gas coming out of the turn. He's going to be the outside line for turn 2 as well. This is real experience, isn't it, from the 2023 champion Preining. He's just putting that Porsche in exactly the right place.
Yeah, he knows exactly what he's doing, doesn't he? Tom Kalender trying every trick that Bernd Schneider has taught him.
This is proper bodywork damage, and it was because he went into the back of Luca Exler's car there. Marco Mappelli's car, battling for 9th. He got through, he is in 9th place, but he's now got a lighter, slightly second-hand looking Porsche. Kalender, one hand's thinking, well, I'll get my first podium here in DTM, that'll be pretty mega, but I could win. The win is almost within reach, isn't it? You can almost see the back end, well, he can see the back end, he can almost touch the back end of Marco Wittmann's rear wing, and that's how close he is to getting what would be an historic race victory here. But in between them stands one of the smartest, fastest drivers in DTM. Thomas Preining in the Porsche, goes out wide though, coming out of the final turn. Here we go, this is your chance, Tom Kalender. Big defensive run down the straight then for Thomas Preining. The inside line is a no-go. Kalender's going to have to go all the way around the outside here and fully commit to the move. He's ahead, but he's on the outside line. If he stays there, he'll get the inside line for the left-hander at turn 2. This is a big chance for Tom Kalender. He's got to go for it. He's got to go for it on the brakes now. But Preining stays with him around the outside, goes off the track. They both go off the track. Left-hander coming up, followed by a right-hander. Nose in front for Tom Kalender. Preining hasn't given up yet, but he's through. He's into second place, and now he's got to get his head down and go for the win.
And as you predicted, Arjun Mainey rushing to join this battle in the absolute closing stages of this race.
Right, Kalender has got to put in a qualifying lap now, and he's got to try and find a way. He might have one chance to find a way past 2-time champion Marco Wittmann, who of course wants the points, wants the 25 points, because he is after his 3rd championship title this year. The crowd applauds.
There comes Wittmann now with the Mercedes, breathing down his neck. Has Tom Kalender got anything, the real trick will be potentially out of turn 7, along turn 8 towards the chicane for the last time, but it's going to be a real stretch. You've got experience versus youth fighting for the race win.
Chicane, he is closing up with the Mercedes, but he's not going to get through here, so it's going to be about the drag race to the checkered flag coming out of the final turn here. Wittmann has got half a car length advantage, steers that Schubert BMW to the final corner. This is going to be tight, but Marco Wittmann is going to be the 7th different winner of the year, his first victory for 2 years. Marco Wittmann takes the flag.
Oh, super strong, mate. Very, very, very well done. Fucking hell, what a drive, mate. Good job.
What a race, what a finish.
For this amazing car you gave me today.
Information of the results, with 39 laps raced, half a second ahead of Tom Kalender, only 9/10 ahead of Thomas Preining, who was 3rd, Argemani 4th, Mirko Bortolotti 5th, Luca Exler 6th, Nicky Tim in 7th, Timo Glock 8th, Marco Mappelli 9th, and then Bastian Boost rounding out the top 10. With Fella 11th, Vermeulen in 12th, Cairoli in 13th, Gounon in 14th, and Nicola Bart in the points for the second race running, coming home in 15th place. This is a race win. His 20th career victory. He's had to wait for over 2 years between wins number 19 and 20. Zandvoort 2024. It was worth the wait. And that's his 3rd win here at the Nürburgring, his first since 2016. He's won twice here at the Nürburgring, Brian, 2014 and 2016. Both times he went on to become champion.
Oh, well, there's an ominous sign for everybody, isn't it? As Tom Kalender beams, having received his second place trophy. But yes, he joins a very illustrious list of drivers who have won 3 times here. Not many drivers at all in that list.
Jürgen Hieke is about to present our 3rd place trophy. Another gutsy drive, this, wasn't it, from Thomas Preining. Might not have had the quickest car in a straight line, might not have had the best tyres on the car, but he made Tom Kalender's life very difficult indeed, and said, in the end...